my name is Ruth Morales-Flores, and I attend Northwestern University. Well, one of the reasons why I chose Northwestern is because I couldn't move. I have a family here in Illinois, my son and my husband and my dog, and so I had to choose an Illinois school. And when I checked Northwestern's website, one of the things that really popped out to me was that they really cared about diversity, and they had a lot of programs, a lot of events with the PT students that went out to underserved communities and gave out like free balance screens, free health checks, and I really wanted to be a part of that. So what attracted me to physical therapy was that it was actually my son. So I had my son in junior year of high school, and we noticed that he wasn't reaching any of his milestones. He wasn't sitting up by himself. He was drooling an excessive amount, and he wasn't able to tolerate tummy time at all. And so we took him to a physician, and he said that he needed physical therapy. And at the time, I really didn't have a stable home. I worked as a server, and I didn't have any medical insurance. And so I was like, how am I going to pay for this? And the physician actually referred me to a nonprofit organization, which took us in and gave us home therapy for my son. And the thing that really um, made me love physical therapy was that the physical therapist that came to my home was actually a Mexican. She was probably around 25. She was really young. This was probably her first job, and she knew my language. She grew up in a community just like mine. Her parents were undocumented, just like me and my parents, and she really understood me. And she always broke everything down for me, and she was actually able to talk to my son, communicate with him. At the time, he only spoke Spanish, and it was really hard for doctors to communicate with him. And so they made this great connection. My son fell in love with her, and I was introduced to physical therapy, and that's what made me want to be a physical therapist. And currently, my son is 14 years old. He just started his freshman year of high school, and he's doing amazing. He's been able to do sports like baseball, karate, track and field, and so he's very active now. And he loves to go to the gym after school. And I think he has his eyes on physical therapy because he's been part of this journey with me. And so that's a win-win for me. Now I'm in my second trimester of my second year. And all I gotta say is it's been hard. It's been difficult. It is a rigorous program. It's just go, 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 no stopping. And right now we're in learning interventions, and it's been a tough, bumpy ride. I mean, I'm pretty sure every graduate school is like this. And I just did not expect it to be this hard, but I'm surviving. It's been difficult in school is just balancing my school life, my personal life, being a mom, being a dog mom, being a wife, and just keeping up with my house. It's just been so hard to just find the time to do everything. And I didn't think it was going to be this hard. And something that has surprised me is two things. I did not know the extent of what physical therapists do. And so I've been so surprised. We've learned about like how we help people with cancer, people after like lung transplant, heart transplant, neurological issues. I didn't know. I just always thought of us like helping people regain function, and that was about as much as I knew. And so this was such a surprise. There's so many settings that we can go into. I want to go into neurological physical therapy. I still don't know whether I want to do like traumatic brain injury or like dementia, Parkinson's. My next two clinical experiences will be in neuro, so I think that's when I'll figure it out. And and the reason why is just the brain has always fascinated me. It's such a small. We've actually been able to dissect a body, and we've been able to hold brains in such a small organ, and it does so much. It controls our whole body, and I think that it just fascinates me. and that's why I want to go into neuro. I've had conversations about diversity with two of the professors that are involved with the admissions because I feel as if our program is not diverse enough. There's about three of us that are Hispanic or that identify as Latinx, and there's three female Black students. And then there's a couple Asian and a couple Filipino, and I feel like there could be more. And so I've had conversations with these admission professors, and they've given me two reasons why. And one of them is that usually when us minority students make it this far to graduate school, we go big, and so we go to MD program. They really overlook PT program, so that's something I want to do. I want to start going out to local high schools and being like, hey, we look at us. This is what we can do for other people. It's not just MDs. And they've also said that a lot of these students face a lot of hardships along the way, and so their GPAs don't match with what Northwestern wants them to match. They know that if they put them in this program, they'll set them up for failure, and so that's another thing we need to address, like how we can help these high school students be successful in college. The advice I would give them is go into a movement science type of degree, get some kind of exercise phys degree, because mine, I was a bio major, so I came in not knowing a lot about exercise or the physiology behind exercise, and that's like our foundation for physical therapy. And so I struggled a lot in those classes because I just didn't have the knowledge and the education on that. So I would really highly tell other students looking into PT to get degrees in some kind of kinesiology or exercise phys, and also to try to get a job as a physical therapy aide because it will put you at an advantage. One advice I would give to educators would be that to listen to us, to ask us, to check in on us, because sometimes I know I experienced this that last trimester. By week 6, we were all burnt out. And sometimes we just need them to like listen to us and maybe push an assignment a couple days just to give us a day to just get back into the it's just like mental health day. And also they need to understand that some of us don't come from these great extensive backgrounds. A lot of my classmates have PT parents or MD parents, and so a lot of us don't have that experience, and we need a little more time to learn these skills in order for us to succeed. So that's something I would let them know. I feel like people are starting to learn more about what we do, because usually when I tell people I'm going to be a physical therapist, they say, "Oh, I need a massage," and they think all we do is give massages. And so I think people are starting to know that we do a lot more than just give massages and help people regain function after like a broken leg or foot. And so I think that with more education, people will respect us more. How I found out about this scholarship program is actually a funny story. So I was in my last day of my clinical experience. I was out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we had 3 no-shows at our clinic, and so I decided to check my student email, and I had this flagged email from one of our professors that said, opportunity for a significant amount of scholarship money. And I was like, for people who identify as of color. And I was like, oh, very interested. And the catch was that it was due that night day at midnight, and we needed 2 essays and 2 letters of recommendation. I was just like, am I going to do this? Am I really going to do this? And so my clinical instructor looked at me. He's like, is everything okay? And I was like, well, I have this opportunity, but it's due tonight. And he's like, well, you've been a great student. you've learned so much. I think you can take the day off and do this right here." And and so he gave me the opportunity to fill it out while I was in the clinic, and I reached out to 4 professors, and they all wrote me a letter of recommendation within hours. They're amazing. And then I wrote my essays at home and was able to submit at, like, 11:50 at night. The application process was very smooth. The essays, I really liked the questions that they asked. They were very relevant to what they were looking for, and it was easy to write because I just wrote about my life story and my life experiences, and it was an easy process. Now that I am part of Rising Tide, I feel like I have a duty to serve the underserved communities in Chicago. So now me and some other students are just joining together, and we're really pushing to go out to the local high schools in Chicago to start pushing about going to college, different options. And I feel like that's my duty now that I'm a Rising Tide scholar. I would like to be a part of any events. Hopefully, I know COVID is kind of not letting us do much, but hopefully there'll be events either through Zoom or in person where we can go and maybe speak about our experiences. I love talking about how I got here because it wasn't an easy ride. Diversity for is important in physical therapy provider perspective because you're not always going to get the same ethnicity as you as a patient. You're going to see people from all over the place, all walks of life, different ages, and I think having other PT colleagues of from different from different ethnicities is going to help you interact with your patients. They're going to be able to You're going to be able to have conversations with them. Oh, hey, what do they view healthcare as? What is their culture like? And I feel like having a diverse PT clinic is going to help you connect with your patients more. And for patient perspectives at Northwestern, we've learned a lot about how having the patient and physician being the same race can help with better patient outcomes, can establish trust, and patients are just more open to talk to you